Hi guys. Okay, so the reason that I'm making this video right now is because I just watched a Teal Swan video, and it was probably one of the more important videos that I've watched in a long time, in a minute actually. And pretty much she just taught me how to cope with rejection in a video entitled How to Cope with Rejection. Um, Anyways, I went on this huge downward spiral. I posted a video about it on my Instagram. Pretty much I was homeless after chasing a guy who rejected me. He did not love me. He didn't want me. I thought he wanted me, but he didn't want me. And then I dwelled on that for 2 or 3 years. And even still now, it's kind of hard for me to be attracted to people outside of him just because I felt so deeply in a moment. If you're going to have chemsex, you definitely want to make sure that you have already established a bond with somebody, because I had never done that, and I did that for the first time, and it ended treacherously for me. I found out maybe like a year later that he had a whole family, he was married, and I didn't know. I had no clues. I was just sad. I just thought he kind of just left me and up and left. He rejected me. He couldn't be with me because he had other priorities. That hurt me for a really long time. And watching this video right now really just kind of made it's a Teal Swan video. It's on how to handle rejection. Watching it really just made me feel good, because what she said was that incompatibility, because I just, even now, sometimes it would sweep up on me that it was me. It was me. It was me. It was just me. And what she says is that incompatibility has nothing to do with the person that you are, in a bad way. Just that maybe you're incompatible with another person, and that the universe might have something better for you, and that's why you weren't able to have that. And that just made me feel so good. And in that moment, something I realized is, one, that I don't ask enough questions, especially to people that I'm dating. I don't ask enough questions. I don't ask them, I don't interject with myself as much as I should. I'm always very passive, and like I just want them to like me so much, to the point where I just let things go that I don't really need to be letting go. And it's just like, from watching that video, it just kind of like jolted something in me that's just kind of like, for me, it feels like, you know, I deserve to get the things that I want, and I deserve to have standards. I deserve to implement those standards, and just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I have to shut up or be quiet or be passive. I'm allowed to have an opinion. I'm allowed to have a say, and this is not 1950. The second thing that I learned is that I date a lot of assholes. I am notorious for dating assholes. And I deserve better. I got myself out of being homeless. I have my apartment. I just got a job at Amazon today, meaning that I'm finally going to get to stop dancing very soon, actually. I've done so much. I'm about to get my first car. I got my glasses to get my license. Like, yo, like I got myself here with the help of these YouTube artists and the content that they've been creating for people like me who are lost and deprived of emotional closeness. And it's like, I deserve someone who's not gonna ask me to be a hoe just to have sex with them. This is my vulnerability. I deserve someone who's not going to require me to wear makeup every time that I go out with them. I deserve someone who's gonna love me and care about me, for the person that I am, you know. And if they're judging me for my past, then that's not the person for me. I don't even want friends like that in my life. because I don't deserve that. I don't deserve to get that from me. And what that shows me is that I'm treating myself like that. If that's what I'm attracting, that means I'm treating myself like that. So I have a lot of like self-work to do, obviously. And I'm just at this point where I feel like I deserve better. I deserve a guy who isn't only going to love me for what he can extract and use out of me, but someone who can see the value that I have and the value that I'll have to offer in the future and wants to help to pivot me and uplift me instead of bringing me down. Or someone who expects me to just be where they are, or else like, and that they're not helping me to get where they are. They just like, oh, if you're not at my status class and or level, then you need to sit down. If you don't look like you're at my status class and or level, then I don't want you around me. But then as soon as I dress up, they're nice to me and they're kind to me and they want me around them and they're finally willing to talk to me about their feelings. I don't deserve that superficial, shallow world. I don't deserve it. And I just don't. And I feel like I've treated men the same way too, where I can't even say that. I don't mind dating a poor dude. I've actually done it a few times. I'm at a point now where I'm done doing that, actually. And personally, it's just something that I want. But I don't string people around. That's not my thing. I'm not a stringer. I don't string people around. Like, if you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. If you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to talk to me. I'm not going to not talk to people because they don't have money, or because they do have money, or because they have influence, or because they don't. That really doesn't, it's not part of who I am. I don't care about that. Personally, I would prefer to date a guy who has a little bit of money or a little bit of income, maybe a job that he loves, because for me, that just makes things a little bit easier. Take it or leave it. It's just something I prefer. Not everybody prefers that type of a thing. And that's not to say I wouldn't date a dude who doesn't have a bahuka amount of money. A lot of people I've dated haven't had a lot of money. Actually, for the most part, that's what it is. In dancing, I'm not a prostitute. I don't have sex with people for money. I dance with people for money and provide a good time and drink and laugh, and I'm the party. I am a walking party. But I like to have fun. I like to smile. If someone needs a pat on the back, if there's someone in the group who's feeling kind of down and they're out partying, I'm gonna cheer them up. Oh, you're getting married tomorrow. Get a dance. That's what I do. But yeah, it definitely makes it a little bit easier. Plus, I want a house in the future. To be able to join income is amazing. And I'm someone who personally wants my dude to be above me, because I think it creates a better level of respect between the man and me. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I notice sometimes when females get higher than their dude's kind of like checked. And I just, I want him to feel good about his pride, if that makes any sense. I want him to feel like he's doing enough. I want him to feel like he's making enough. So in that aspect, I want him to feel like he's providing for me, like he has a job and he's doing it. I don't want him to feel like he doesn't have a place or a reason to be in my life. I don't want him to feel like I'm the man, I want him to feel like he's a man. I want him to feel a confidence about what he does. So that's why I want my dude to make more money than me. But that doesn't mean I don't want my own goals and my own ambition. I also don't want to join work with him, though. I want his work to be over there and my work to be over here, so that they don't clash or collide. And yeah, if I want to take off of work for a little bit, I want to be able to do that. And when I want to work, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to go to school. I want to be able to work when I want to work. And I want to be able to actually be home with my kids when I have them, every now and then. With those things being said, yes, it's very important for me to have a man who makes more money than me. I want to be able to create a home as a female. I want to be able to decorate the home. I want to be able to choose the couches, maybe what kind of paint we're using. I want to be able to paint, to write, to make music, to create a knick-knack store, because I like little meaningless objects. I think they're amazing. to create my music, and I want to be able to do that freely without thinking about the income that's coming in from it, rather to think about that I love it and that it's something that I want to do. So I'm very okay with my man being the breadwinner. I like sex, love sex toys. I'm very comfortable with my body and with my sexuality when it comes to my intimate relationships. It's important to me. It's very fun. Um, and just to think about that, to think about who I am as a person, to think about the value that I contribute. I really need a reality check with myself. Teal Swan has really helped me for real, because I really need a reality check with myself. What I do need to work on is that I'm disgusting. Um, and I'm not disgusting. It's just like I'm by myself, so I don't really have to do these things, you know. I don't have to. I live alone. So it's like if I want to let the laundry pile up for a little or let the dishes be there, no one comes in my house. So it's just me. Um, but yeah, it's for the most part it's just me. I think I'm disgusting. I think that sometimes I overeat. I think I overeat. I don't think I drink enough water. I would like to exercise and do more yoga. Um, I don't think I focus enough time on my creativity. And um, what else? I wanna be better with money. I wanna save more money. I don't really spend it as much as you would think. I spend my money, I invest my money back towards work. So if it's something that has to do with work, an interview, dancing, whatever it is, if it's something that can make more money for me back, that's usually what I spend my money on. Um, I don't, and food, but even still, like I get food stamps, so like food isn't like a crazy investment. I don't know. I try to save where I can. I was prepared for the coronavirus, thank God. So, um, I don't know. I'm about to have 2 jobs, so I'm excited. I'm about to juggle the whole nighttime thing and work at Amazon. They said the shifts are like 11 hours, so I guess I'm not too lazy. But I don't know. A part of me feels like I'm right on schedule. I feel like I'm on schedule. I don't know. I just feel like I'm on schedule. So that's a really cool thing. I definitely need to clean up better though around here. Like I feel like my apartment is kind of like not where it's supposed to be. I don't have clothes everywhere, but like where my laundry is, some of it's like seeping out, and then like my little frying skillet, I keep it plugged in over here because I'm in a studio. So like it's just like it's a convenient place to cook. My bed's made for the most part. I crush my salt with my like rock. I have like a little rock and like my pink Himalayan salt, and I like literally crush my salt with a rock. So my salt is kind of still over there because I just cooked salmon and kale and Brussels sprouts. I'm very creative with my cooking too. Um, what else? Freaking. Where my salt is, my camera and my tarot cards are just kind of like lined up. So that's a no-go. My Millionaire Success Habits books is on top of duct tape right now. And my Connecting Across Differences book is like right behind the salt. So I really need to make a salt station for crushing salt in paints. I was trying to crush a paint today. Like I was trying to like crush my paint with a rock because one of them dried out, and I was just kind of like, I used a lubricant, like a water-based lubricant, and like put it in the paint, and I was hoping that the rock, like after I let it sit for like a week, and I was hoping that the rock would have kind of mushed it down. I saw it in a movie before and I always wanted to do it. So like I was like, oh yeah, I'm an official artist now. Well, it didn't work. It didn't recreate the paint substance. If anything, it felt like a rubber. So I put it in the microwave. When I took it out of the microwave, the lubricant heated up, but the paint was kind of like under the lubricant, and I was scared. I didn't want to melt I didn't want it to melt or just to start a flame or anything, so I just threw it out. It's like I quit on that. But yeah, like, I'm just gonna name so many things that I'm really just trying to work on at this point. I'm trying not to quit on things so much. I have this habit where I can just quit on something, and it's not that instant, but it's just like working a day job. I can get tired. I'm working on that. Like, I'm giving myself a year this time. But telemarketing, man, your girl, I went for a solid like 2 months, a month or two, and I was like, okay, done. Done. And I would have stayed, but I stopped believing in the product, man. They fired someone for some stuff that was foul, and I was just like, no. But yeah, like, I worked at Wendy's for a long time. I worked at Rainforest Cafe for a long time. I cocktail waitressed at a strip club for like a year, and I make good money. My best day there was like 1,500. So I'm not the worst. I'm not the worst. I just, this rant feels really freeing because it's just like, since that whole situation happened like 3 years ago with the dude, I just haven't felt like any value or worth with myself. I haven't felt anything. I've just felt down. I felt like I'm not worth anything, or like I'm just like this horrible bad person. And getting to watch Teal Swan kind of made me really happy, and like I feel really good because it's just like, maybe I can be of value or a need to somebody. And maybe someone's gonna see me one day and be like, dang, you know, she's important. She's somebody that I want in my life, that I feel like I could make space for, or someone who wants to make space for me. And that makes me really happy to think that there's a need for me, to think that there's a need for destiny, that I don't have to conform to somebody else's needs, but that maybe the needs that I can contribute now are, or in the future, are going to be enough for somebody to want me in their life. And I came home, like, not recently, but in the past, I would come home every day and I'm like, why doesn't anyone like me? Why doesn't anyone like me? You know, maybe I am just the worst, yada yada, and I'd beat myself up. And I'm thinking about it now. Like, I've been depressed for 3 years. Maybe nobody wanted to talk to me because I wasn't talking to them. Like, duh. It's right there. It's right fucking there. Like, I wasn't talking to other people. I wasn't initiating conversation. I wasn't making the first move. That's something that people probably should do. Ugh. And I have this tendency to think people can read my mind. People barely know what's going on the news, and they're feeding into all these damn fear tactics. How are they going to be reading my mind for? They couldn't understand the stuff going on in my mind. I have to go. I'm ending this video saying that you need to be watching Teal Swan because she helps your life, everybody's life. She's amazing. And that I hope I get to fall in love one day, and that I hope someone could love me back. And what else? I'm gonna go eat some popcorn. That's exactly what I'm gonna go do.